Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sam, and this week it is time again to pick my monthly TBR. I can't believe we're doing this again. To be fair, I'm picking a little bit early, but anyway. For July, the only thing that I really want is shorter books. I just want things that are quick and snappy to get through because I also still have quite a few books from my past TBRs that I still haven't had a chance to get through that I would really still like to read sooner than later. So I'm hoping to be able to read a couple of those. Fingers crossed, I feel like all my library holds are coming to be ready at the same time, as it always happens. But let's just pick 6 prompts and see what we get. Prompt number 1. Should I try and show you first again? Title starts with R. Okay, let me pull up my Goodreads, alphabetize these, and see what we got. Okay, I feel like there was a couple on here that I was really interested to read or pick for this prompt, but I think this is going to be the move, and that is This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This is book 2 in the Skyland series. I read the first book, which was Before I Let Go, and I really enjoyed that book and just never got around to reading the rest of the series. So this is a good one. It continues the series on my list and also is a little shorter. This might hurt my feelings because these ones are also very like real raw stories. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what the second book in the series is about, but it follows like a group of friends and they're all like interconnected standalone series. And the first book followed a couple who were divorced, co-parenting, and also owned a restaurant together, and just how they lived their lives and, came back together. Prompt number 2. Gosh, this one is so long. Can you read these at all? Title starts with the first letter of the month. Okay, so this is July, so a title that starts with J. Okay, so we have 2 options for this. We have Jade War by Fonda Lee, which is book 2 in the Greenbone saga. I don't think I'm ready for that. It's been a while since I read the first book, and I think I want to finish a couple more fantasy series that I'm in the middle of first, or sci-fi series. I'm thinking Red Rising here. I want to try and finish like one bigger series at a time. So I don't think I'm ready for that one quite yet. So my other option is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. Let's see if this is available at my library. Hopefully it is. So it looks like the paperback is available. The ebook might be on hold right now, but I don't know how many holds there are. I'm just gonna search Kindle because there is the off chance that it's on Kindle right now. Okay, it doesn't look like this one is currently available on Kindle Unlimited, so that's fine. I'll just request it from my library. Hopefully the wait for the ebook isn't too long, but I'll get the paperback if I have to. Prompt number 3. An award-winning book. I think I'm going to pick a Goodreads Choice Awards winner. I don't think that's what I had in mind when I created this prompt, but that's what I'm feeling like going with. And I'm just looking through a couple of different years to see which one I am gravitating towards. There's a few from 2022. Carrie Said Was Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard a lot of really good things about this, and it has been on my want to read list for a while. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I've wanted to read probably since 2022, but it's not quite as high on my want to read list. Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. This has also been on my want to read list for a while. Just don't know which one would be like the most summer vibes. Because also from 2025, there's Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson and The Compound by Aisling Rawle, which I think would be fun. Let's see if any of these are available from my library or on Kindle. So The Compound is also available, and I think I might go with that. This just feels like something to read in the summer. I don't know why. Maybe it's the cover, but this is like a dystopian reality TV dating show or something. I don't watch TV dating shows, but this just sounds really interesting. So let's do this one. Prompt number 4. Set in a small town. Oh, I had an idea, but maybe I have a different idea. Let's see what the next book in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, Dream Harbor. Okay, so the next book in the Dream Harbor series takes place apparently around Christmas. So I'm not doing that, which means I think I'm going to continue the Indigo Ridge series. What series is that? The Edens. That's the series. Which, thinking about this, I started reading this series a year ago. I'm pretty sure I'm up to Garnet Flats. This is book 3 in the Eden series by Devoney Perry. This is a small town romantic suspense series. There is like a long-standing crime that we are sort of following in the mix of our romances, and I absolutely loved the first books in the series. I have been waiting to continue. I already have it downloaded on my Kindle, so I can't remember if I just downloaded it because I was anticipating getting to it soon, or if I had put it on a TBR and just never got around to it. But I've been wanting to read this next book for a while, so we're going to put Garnet Flats on my TBR. Oh, I'm so excited. Prompt number 5. The highest rated book on Goodreads. Well, I'm glad I read The Nightingale finally, because I think that was the highest book that was on my Goodreads for a long time. Okay, let's go back to my books and search it by average rating. Kind of nervous. Okay, so that's the lowest. Okay, so half the books on this list aren't even out yet. I hate that people do that, which I feel like I've heard you have to say that you've gotten an ARC or something. I don't think that's the case in Canada, at least from what I've seen. So the highest rated book that I theoretically could read is Manacled, which I have downloaded on my Kindle. I downloaded it before it was taken off AO3. Is that what it was on? Which I do want to read before I read Alchemized. But I'm not reading a 925 page book right now. That's not happening. Then we have The Women by Kristen Hanna. So I guess we're reading another Kristen Hanna. Okay, so The Woman is, which that's not bad. It's not the longest book ever, and the rest of these are fairly short, so that should be fine. Okay, the 6th and final prompt for July. A cartoon cover. I'm feeling maybe a Lily Gold book could be fun. So I think I'm going to put on 3 Swedish Mountain Men by Lily Gold. This looks to be the shortest book that she's written. So that's what we're going with. You know, just a why choose Swedish Cabin in the Woods, I guess. So that's it that's my TBR for July. Not a single physical book to be seen. Everything is either on Kindle or from my library, which I love. I love being a Kindle library girly. It's so fun. There's so many options. Anyway, let's run through what I will be reading in July. Starting out a book that starts with T, I'm going to be reading This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. For a book that starts with the same letter of the first letter of the month, I'm going to be reading Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. For an award-winning book, I'm going to pick The Compound by Aisling Roll, which is a Goodreads Choice Awards winner from 2025. For a book that takes place in a small town, I have Garnet Flats by Devney Perry. For a book that is the highest rated on Goodreads, we have The Woman by Kristen Hanna. And for a book that has a cartoon cover, we have The Three Swedish Mountain Men by Lily Gold. I think this is a good TBR, a nice, easy, summary TBR. Maybe. We'll see. Hoping for the best. But that is everything for today's video. As always, if you would like to find me on other corners of the internet, all of my links are linked down below. Also tell me in the comments what you are planning on reading in July. I would love to chat with you, add more books to my never-ending TBR. But I hope that you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.